What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. So last episode, we took care of the all of Denerim's estate. We released all the prisoners from the torture chambers, which is very important that you do so. We do need the Nobles Alliance for the Landsmeet. The Landsmeet is very losable, so just a heads up there. We're not done with that just yet. We did do the first part where we release everybody, but the next crucial step to that is to go back to the Gnawed Noble Tavern and inform the Arls there of everything we found out here. But before we get to that, we do have to talk to Anora. Also, side note, the Arl How is very, very dead, so our oath to our father is finally fulfilled. The debt was paid in full. Now our attentions are solely focused on going forward here.
My thanks.
You look kind of tall, Anora. Which is ironic, considering aren't you a little short for a guard? But she looks taller than us.
Funny. Very funny. We must go quickly and avoid notice. If Howe's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
No love lost or trust for your father, huh? Doesn't seem like she had much to do in here either. Let's head back to Arlemon's estate.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
Now, this is Sir Corthrian. As much as she does work for Loghain, and as do all these men behind her, she is the only one that seems like she doesn't agree with the withdrawal at Ostagar. She even hesitated. She tried to convince him almost for a second. Now, when we read the Codex, we do know all about Sir Corthrian. She was a peasant girl who saved Loghain from an attack by bandits, and ever since then, she was pledged to his service. He since raised her up to a knight, and she is now very famous as the Summer Knight, I believe. The great sword she has in her back is the Summer Sword. So since she actually kind of agrees with us, and she's the only one who's really spoken out against all this on Loghain's side, I'm not going to attack her. And while we could try and tell her the situation, something tells me that Anora will use that to play politically and disagree. So I'm just going to stand down here. I will stand down. You don't know the whole story.
Why stop now? Calthrian is all that stands between us and freedom.
Are you sure this is what you wish?
Killing them just reinforces Loghain's lies about me.
I'm surprised this ended peacefully. Bring the Wardens. Loghain doesn't care about the rest.
You are going to be very surprised going forward, Corthrian. Something tells me you'll see reason in the end. I hope so. Taking a little bit of a leap, leaving one of Loghain's most faithful allies alive right there.
Eamon, we have a problem.
We have very little time for chat. We need to work out a plan.
Calm down. What has happened?
The Wardens have been captured.
What? How could this happen?
Never mind that. The question is how to free him.
Surely you mean them, Your Highness. We need Alistair too.
Yes, of course, I meant Alistair too.
I know where they are. The Grey Warden is in possession of a ring that allows me to locate him. Getting to him, however, is quite something else.
I see Morrigan's little gift coming in handy there. Now let's see where we got carted off to according to Loghain. It's a lot of blood and bodies.
Oh, you're awake. I was starting to worry.
Are you alright?
I've been worse. I'll be better still when we get out of here.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Let's get out of here.
I hope you have a plan.
Kind of planning on just winging it, actually, Alistair. So we are in Fort Drakon now. We can't just straight up pick the lock. I'm gonna wait for this guard to pass. Alright, let's get some.
Right.
You're gonna find out all about how tricky I can be, actually.
Right then.
Hell yeah, brothers in arms. He's gonna need a lot more than whatever he's got going on to deal with us here. Alistair can take the mace. We gotta find him a shield as soon as possible. In the meantime, he is still using rally for us. I love how it says I used the key, the master key. This wouldn't happen to be my chest, would it? Indeed it is. Beautiful. Now we got our gear. Thankfully they left it right by the door. Arrogance and negligence. Just because I gave myself in peacefully doesn't mean I was going to let myself rot and be tortured in here. Now, Fort Drakon is actually a very famous fort in the Dragon Age universe. We've read a little bit about it in codexes. Clearly renowned for its capture and torture of plenty of criminals.
Say the word.
And the word is, you go first, Alistair, because I need you to be taunting. I'm gonna need you to pull a lot of that aggro here. Get this Mabari off him.
Is that all you've got?
You do need to be mindful about Alistair because he doesn't have Wind's pocket right now. The only heals he's going to be taking are if we switch to him to micromanage, so we do need to be mindful. Only two of us. I'm going to give Logain's soldiers in this fort a little taste of what it's like to fight Grey Wardens. Make them understand the reason why we are actually not the ones. We're selected for a reason. We're very good at what we do. Weapon stand. Armor stand here. There are some guard uniforms here. Put on the uniforms. Okay, it seems like we can actually kind of pretend to be guards here. Disguises will allow you to pass by most guards without being attacked. However, many actions that draw attention, such as talking to ranking officers or attacking someone, will blow your cover. Your disguise will be removed if you enter combat. You can also choose to remove it by speaking to whoever gave you the costume. Okay. We'll try it. If we run into fights, I'm just gonna start the bloodbath.
Right.
There's one guard back here.
You never see them stuck polishing the rust off the armor. Hey, are you relieving me? It's about time.
You could say that. So you're just gonna drop the disguise instantly. I was thinking about stealthing my way through this, but I don't think that's the approach I would actually take here. These are, of course, all Logain's men, and they are planning on torturing us to death. I think I'd rather fight my way out. Also interested in seeing how me and Alistair are gonna hold up, just the two of us. Go ahead and knock them down, Alistair. Make my way through the door now. It seems like these two soldiers are actually quite immune to flanking. Yeah, the colonel's not.
Let's get started.
Alistair's gonna take his head. This guy's not gonna hold up very well at all.
Right.
Large wooden shield. Not much use for us now that we got Alistair's gear back, but we'll take it nonetheless. Alistair, you're up first. Now, just for reference, you can totally stealth your way out of here without killing anybody. I'm just not really interested in playing coy anymore at this point. We have bigger priorities. It would take longer, and we don't really know how much time we have until the Darkspawn threat is a real big problem, so at this point we just get out and get what we have to get done. Also note that I don't really trust Anora, so I'm not willing to sit here in prison and wait for her to spin whatever scheme she's planning to spin. She certainly didn't speak up and try to help us though with Sir Corthrian, so it kind of shows you exactly where Anora's at on all this. We were very convenient to get her out of prison, but now that she's out, it's kind of on our heads, and she didn't even think about Alistair with the prison. She said I was in trouble. Eamon had to remind her that we need to save Alistair too. So, again, I'm not interested in letting her spin her tales or do whatever she's planning on doing while we're stuck in here. There won't be any of that happening. Alistair, you'll be first through the breach.
Off I go.
You're gonna rip Taunt.
As you wish.
So you're gonna rip a war cry, and I'm gonna deal with this guy.
Or do you actually think you have a chance? Just die already.
Our tough gods down here in Fort Drakon, they're holding up way better than Housemen did. Adorned in silverite too, it's a very strong piece of armor. Of course, in the end, it's not gonna match up much for us.
Right then.
Down!
And loot all these corpses. How much sovereigns are we on at this point? We're at 874. I will definitely be going ahead and giving the Redcliffe forces a little bit more funds when we head back to camp next. You never have strong enough army, especially when you're facing down an archdemon. Alistair, again, you're going to be first through the breach.
What in the name of Andraste's sanctified girdle is going on here?
Pull him all the way down here. You're going to war cry. I'm going to take advantage of that.
You never know what hit him.
We want to be killing as much as we can with Punisher here. You saw I kind of walked away right there. There is an achievement that I'm interested in getting for kills with Punisher and Whirlwind, which is why you keep seeing me finish them off with that. You gotta go about re-getting all those achievements. Now I'm on a new PC.
Let's make this quick, shall we? As you wish.
Now, it is unfortunate that I'm having to fight my way out here, but again, they didn't really leave us any choice.
Down you go. Or do you actually think you have a
Logain's doing, not ours. They put us in this position. It comes down to slaughtering our way through Fort Drakon or letting the Darkspawn win. We're obviously going to slaughter our way through Fort Drakon. Interesting to note that right after Morrigan gave us that ring, it did actually come in handy, so... The fact that it did will maybe ease some of Alistair's suspicions. He doesn't seem to trust her much. In fact, I think the only member of our entire entourage that does trust Morrigan is probably us. I don't think many other people are that impressed.
Wait, you don't belong in here? God!
You're just figuring that out now, are you? Oh, he's very broken.
On it.
He's just gonna let me chop that wood.
You know, there's something about being trapped in a fortress full of people who want me dead.
It's an interesting bug.
Not have been so bad.
I've never had that happen before, but I'll take it, I suppose. An easy sovereign. Metal cat shield. Captain really just sat there and took that. Now let's see how the sister reacts to this. Any chance of a blessing?
Make us save us. We're under attack.
I guess not. I suppose that was a little much to hope for. You see our parties in here. We have Morrigan and Leliana. They both showed up for us. Leliana, I definitely need you to be around Alistair, not out there on your own. Now that you're here, hit a scattershot, would you, please? We'll continue our mission of chopping that wood. Fancy meeting you guys here.
You know, I'm almost disappointed we didn't get to try our plan. Oh well.
That is also another way out, is if you bring the right party, they will cook up a scheme. And you can also stealth your party all the way to the prison cells, and then perhaps fight your way out too. Anybody who's curious about that, you can try it. Some pretty funny outcomes. There's disguises as courtesans, bards, there's a lot of stuff that can go on though. It's pretty funny, especially if you send a bad group, if it's like Ogren and Shale, for example. It doesn't go very well. She has 12 attribute points, which is actually huge, so let's go ahead and sync some of this. That's about right. 36, 36, and 20 will. You can get your max tactics slot, and since nothing else really matters, well, I guess we'll just give you some survival. It gives you bonus resistances. Get your last 2 points in archery. Now you have the full tree. And beyond that, I suppose we'll just go on up here, get you lethality. So now that applies as your strength bonus. And we're good to go. That's the great escape from Fort Drakon. We will go back to the market district. We don't want to go back to Eamon's estate just yet. Like I said, we do have to hit up the Gnawed Noble Tavern. Go to all those nobles. We found a lot of their relatives. I'm sure they're going to be very interested to figure out all that. Especially the sister of the one Templar. Something tells me she's definitely not going to be pleased. He was doing a holy duty hunting down the Maleficar. There's one thing you should know not to mess with in Dragon Age, it's the Chantry.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
This would be the quest for Rexel. Nothing left on the Chanter's board.
Those who bring ham.
Yeah, good sister over there. She's still preaching about the bacon and the turkey. Tizar's still there, peddling his wares. Of course, fine dwarven crafts. Save up before we come on in here. Right, now let's make the rounds of all these nobles.
There's nothing more to say. Pester someone else.
Sigurd, I have some bad news for you.
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. Poor Oswin obviously didn't recognize you. He described you in great detail, but never mentioned you were a Koosland. I owe you his life.
I would have no man suffer at Allhow's hands.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish Howe still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
All I want is for you to speak out against Loghain.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I'm taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Benorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Good man.
Did you see Wolf's face when he arrived? I heard West Hills has fallen to Darkspawn.
Your lands are in the south.
What do you suppose Eamon is playing at?
Now we have to talk to...
Surely he doesn't expect us to believe.
Can't actually see her name. Ban Alfstana.
May I help you?
I was asked to give this to you.
This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
You might ask Loghain.
Loghain? What does my brother have to do with him?
He's in the dungeon of the Jarl of Denerim's estate.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. You're Bryce Koosland's youngest, are you not? I thought I recognized you. Take this. It's been in my family for generations. Let it be a sign of the friendship between High Ever and Waking Sea. Let me know if you want some of my bowmen when you take back your Tainted as well.
I will absolutely take that offer. Thank you, Alfstana.
I'll have to speak with the Grand Cleric about this. And soon, I think.
Oh, I definitely think that you should.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm engaged at present.
Alright, now that those very important tasks have been done, let's pull up our quest log. Rescue the Queen is all we have left. We did go ahead and turn in all the other stuff. The rest of the quests we have are in the Denerim alienage. So, that being said, we're going to head on back to Arlemon's estate, and then we're going to wrap the episode. We'll give the next part its own little journey, like we've been doing. Keep things small and consumable. Now, all those nobles now, it's pretty even, right? We have 3 of them on our side, 2 of them not. We also have Born's voice from the cells. I would imagine the Grand Cleric, if Alfstana goes and talks to her, is certainly going to be on Team Warden too, since Loghain's men are interfering with not only Warden business, but also Templar business. We all know that the Blights are something of a holy thing too, at least to the Chantry with the way they see it. Right, now, all that being said, this is a perfect place to wrap. Arlemon and Queen Anora are right there, so thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, don't forget to ring that bell, and there is, as always, a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys soon with more Dragon Age Origins. Take care, guys. Have a good day.